Almost 73% of car owners just pour in whatever oil the label says without ever asking why. And most mechanics won't bring it up either. But here's the thing. If you drive a Toyota Camry or a Honda Accord, the exact same engine sitting in a car sold in Germany, India, or Brazil might be running on completely different oil, not a different engine. The same one. And the manufacturer approved both. So which one is actually right for your car? Getting this wrong can quietly cost you $1,800 to $4,000 in engine wear you never see coming. Here are 7 things mechanics know about motor oil that most car owners never find out. Let's begin now with number 7. Number 7. The viscosity numbers don't mean what most people think they mean. Here's where most people get lost right from the start. When you see 0.20 on a bottle, you might assume the first number is thickness and the second is quality. That's not how it works. The W stands for winter. The number before it tells you how the oil flows in cold temperatures, specifically how fast it reaches your engine's moving parts during a cold start. The number after the W tells you how thick the oil stays once your engine is fully warmed up, around 212 degrees Fahrenheit. So 0.20 is very fluid at startup and stays relatively thin when hot. 5W-30 is slightly thicker at startup and holds a bit more body at operating temperature. Neither one is better in some universal sense. They're designed for different conditions. Here's the kicker. Your engine's internal clearances, the tiny gaps between metal parts, are literally machined to work best with a specific viscosity range. Use the wrong one long enough and you're either starving those parts of oil film or making the pump work harder than it should. Most people never hear this explained, they just see a number on a shelf and grab it. But wait, if that just made you look at your oil cap differently, this next one is going to change how you think about weather in your engine. Number 6. Temperature is the real reason the same engine gets different oil in different countries. This is the big one that mechanics in the US rarely explain to customers. In most of the continental United States, winters are cold but not extreme, and summers are warm to hot. The EPA has tested and confirmed that modern 0.20 full synthetic oils provide a complete oil film at temperatures as low as -40 degrees Fahrenheit, while still protecting adequately at 220 degrees. That range covers almost everything a typical American driver in Phoenix or Chicago will ever run into. But take that same Toyota 2.5-liter engine and drop it into a taxi in Mumbai, India. That car might sit and idle in 110-degree heat for hours in traffic every single day. Ambient heat pushes engine oil temperatures significantly higher, sometimes past 250 degrees, and thinner oil like 0.20 can start to break down and lose its protective film faster under those conditions. So Toyota's engineers approved 5W-30 for the same engine sold in tropical or high heat markets. It's not that one market is getting a worse product. Each market is getting an oil spec that actually fits how and where the car lives. Ignore this and you could be running oil that was built for a climate your car never sees. You'd be very much surprised by this next piece of information. Number 5. Fuel economy is a real reason the US leans toward thinner oil, and the automakers will tell you this straight up. Here's the deal. The US government's CAFE standards, corporate average fuel economy, put enormous pressure on manufacturers to squeeze every tenth of a mile per gallon out of a vehicle. Thinner oils like 0.20 cut down on internal engine friction, which directly improves fuel economy. According to testing by the Society of Automotive Engineers, switching from a 5W-30 to a 0.20 in a compatible engine can improve fuel efficiency by 1.5T to 3A. That sounds small, but across an entire model lineup sold to millions of drivers, it's the difference between meeting government standards or paying massive fines. Countries with looser fuel economy rules, or places where engine rebuild costs are far lower, simply don't face the same pressure. So they stick with 5W-30 or even 10W-40 in some markets. You're not getting a better engineered car in Europe. You're getting a car tuned to a different set of rules and economic realities. Trust me, this next one will shock you. Number 4. Using 5W-30 in a US-spec engine that calls for 0.20 ISNT automatic engine death, but it does matter over time. A lot of people hear the same engine uses 5W-30 in Brazil and think, great, I'll just use the thicker oil for extra protection. Here's what they don't tell you. Modern US-spec engines built around 0.20 have tighter internal tolerances than older engines. The variable valve timing systems, found in almost every car made after 2012, rely on precise oil pressure delivered quickly through very small passages. Thicker oil at a cold start flows more slowly through those passages. The result isn't catastrophic failure on day one. but over 50,000 to 80,000 miles, you can see increased wear on VVT actuators, which run $300 to $700 to replace, and hydraulic valve lifters, which can push you into a $1,200 to $2,500 repair. Here's the kicker. Some mechanics in northern states quietly recommend bumping up to 5W-30 in winter for vehicles older than 8 years. That can make sense. But for a new car under warranty, using anything other than what the cap says can void that warranty. Toyota, Honda, and GM have all denied warranty claims citing incorrect oil viscosity. Know your specific situation before you change anything. If you've made it this far, we'd really appreciate you liking the video. It helps us keep making practical car tips content that actually saves you money. Number 3. Oil change intervals are set differently around the world for the same reason, and most American owners are changing their oil too often. You probably grew up hearing 3,000 miles, change your oil. That advice made perfect sense in 1985. Modern full synthetic 0W-20 oils are built to last significantly longer. Honda officially approves 7,500 to 10,000 mile intervals for their Civic and Accord engines running 0W-20. Toyota's maintenance guide for the Camry's 2.5-litre engine running 0W-20 full synthetic says up to 10,000 miles under normal driving conditions. In markets running 5W-30 conventional blends, change intervals are set at 5,000 to 6,000 miles because the oil degrades faster. So the American 0W-20 recommendation actually comes with longer useful life built in. Here's what makes this even better. If you're changing your oil every 3,000 miles on a modern car, you're not helping your engine. You're spending an extra $80 to $120 per year for no reason. That's $800 to $1,200 to $1,200 gone. Check your actual owner's manual, not the sticker the Quick Lube place puts on your windshield. Wait until you hear about this next one. Number 2. The oil you buy at a US store and the oil sold under the same brand name abroad are not always the same formula. This one genuinely surprises people. Castrol, Mobil 1, Shell, Helix. These brands sell worldwide, but the oil inside the bottle is formulated to meet regional certification standards. In the US, the standard is set by the API, the American Petroleum Institute. In Europe, it's ASEA. In Asia, JASO. A Castrol 5W-30 sold in the UK meets different additive requirements than a Castrol 5W-30 sold in the US. The detergent packages, the anti-wear additives, the friction modifiers, all slightly different. So if someone online tells you their mechanic in Germany uses 5W-30 and it works great, that's true for their car, in their market, with their regional formula. Copying that advice for your US-spec vehicle using a US market bottle might give you similar results. Or it might not. According to the API's own documentation, viscosity and certification grade together determine whether an oil is right for your engine. Just the numbers on the front of the bottle don't tell the whole story. Now for number 1, the biggest payoff in this entire video. Number 1, your owner's manual is the only document that accounts for all of these factors at once, and almost nobody reads it. Here's the truth that ties every single point in this video together. When Toyota engineers approved 0W-20 for your Camry in the United States, they ran calculations that factored in your climate range, your engine's specific internal clearances, US fuel quality standards, your regional oil market formulations, and your expected driving patterns. That recommendation sitting in your glove box right now is not a generic suggestion. It's the result of millions of miles of real-world testing specific to your market. The same team approved 5W-30 for the same engine in a different market after running that same process with different inputs. Neither recommendation is a mistake. Both are correct for their intended context. The mistake most car owners make is treating oil like a universal product where thicker always means better protection, or thinner always means better mileage. The real answer is always, what does your owner's manual say, and are you using a product that meets that specific API or LSAC certification? Get those two things right and your engine will very likely outlast the rest of the car. So, which of these 7 facts did you already know? Drop the number in the comments. Be honest. Most people get 2 or 3 before watching this. And if your mechanic has ever told you something about oil that turned out to be completely wrong, share that too. We read every single comment. If you want more videos that actually explain how your car works instead of just telling you what to buy, hit subscribe right now. We have a full series on engine maintenance coming that every car owner needs to see.